real estate is amazing because you can pick up and work your real estate job from anywhere in the world. It's good to be back in the studio. I've been gone for a week and a half. My journey started last Wednesday, and so it was almost 2 weeks ago since it's Monday. But my son, Weston Caldwell, he's a good boy. He is 15 years old and he skateboards a lot. So you guys definitely need to go follow him on Instagram and watch him. He's super fun to watch. He's been skateboarding for a long time. So what's interesting about Weston, he's my second boy. I have three boys, second of three boys. My oldest son, Ethan, was a football player from the beginning of birth. He was just football, and just an absolutely amazing football player. So Weston was born and he didn't like sports as far as like basketball or football. And so he picked up a skateboard 8 years ago. He's now 15 and he's been skateboarding ever since. And so it's been a journey. So it's interesting as a father getting used to a sport that is now worldwide, whereas a football is just like, hey, the goal is to just play football and be the best you can and go play high school football and, you know, be the star of high school football and potentially college and beyond, right? So I'm just getting used to, as a father, a worldwide sport, and it's been fun. So Wednesday our journey started and we went to Pennsylvania. And by the way, Pennsylvania is awesome. If you've never been there, for whatever reason, to me, the Amish religion and following and faith is amazing. To me, it's just the coolest thing, waking up in Pennsylvania with the fog kind of settling in the farmer fields and, you know, the sound of the horse feet pulling a buggy down the road, and also just watching them in their fields with those beautiful workhorses and not tractors or farm equipment. So the Amish to me is amazing. Pennsylvania is great. You guys need to go there. So we actually were in Pennsylvania for a cool contest that he was participating in, Nitro Junior Games. I'm sure you've heard of Nitro Circus, all the craziness there. So Nitro Junior Games gets together some youth and they'll do contests here and there. And so we found ourselves at Woodward, Pennsylvania. Woodward, Pennsylvania is amazing. So this is a summer camp that you can send your kids to for a week or two. I knew a kid that stayed there for 3 months. So you can go there, send your kids there for skateboarding or scootering. And you know, it's an amazing place. I mean, it's like better than Disneyland times 10 for kids that are into skateboarding or scootering. So pretty cool. So we found ourselves in Pennsylvania for a couple days doing that contest, and then straight from Pennsylvania we actually instead of renting a car, because there was no one-way car rentals from Pennsylvania to New York because we had to fly out of New York to Rome, we rented a 10-foot U-Haul, and it was actually kind of cool. So in the future, if you're renting something, you know, these U-Hauls are $20 a day. Rental cars could be 100 and something a day. So not only did we save money, we spent like $200 on this U-Haul. And we were talking to some of the other families that just flew in to Pennsylvania and we're spending like $800-900 on a rental car. So we drove this 10-foot U-Haul Sunday right after the contest straight to New York. It was crazy just going through traffic into downtown New York and just navigating that. I tried to take a shortcut that ended up being like 25 minutes longer. And I was just stressed to get to the airport. It's an international flight. You know, luckily we got there with plenty of time and everything was good. Got the U-Haul dropped off and took an Uber to the airport. So we fly out to Rome. So we get to Rome, and you know, when you think of Rome, Italy, you think of like the touristy attractions like the Colosseum or Trevi Fountain or Vatican City, right? You think of these core. We were not staying there. We were staying 45 minutes away in a city called Ostia. And this city is like a retirement city, and there's just a bunch of like, I would say 50 per unit buildings that are like 6 stories high. And this city is like 300,000 people, and it's nothing what you picture Rome as. So we were there for the next several days. Weston skateboarding for a world skate competition, which was his first worlds, which is super awesome. Really cool experience. Can go in for like another few hours of just how cool that was. Friday we had a few hours on our hands, and so we actually took an Uber down into Rome, which is 45 minutes away, and we spent the next 4 or 5 hours on these bird scooters just cruising the city. I went and saw the Colosseum and Trevi Fountain and Vatican City, and just cruising through these like 2,000-year-old streets. It's the experience you definitely want if you're going to Rome. If you're going to Italy, you're most likely going to Rome. That's the most touristy attraction. People absolutely everywhere, but it's just a really cool city. I mean, all the cars there are these little, whatever they are, they're super small and just like one lane in between these buildings, like with these brick drives. Just absolutely amazing, and a really cool experience there. So I'm explaining all this to you because, first off, thank you, skateboarding, for helping us travel the world. Thank you, Weston, for being a great skateboarder. But real estate is amazing because you can pick up and work your real estate job from anywhere in the world. So my schedule in Rome, actually, at 4 p.m. Rome time was 7 a.m. Arizona time. So I had all day in Rome to pay attention to Weston and his skateboarding and what he was doing, uninterrupted, because it's in the middle of the night in Arizona. So 4 p.m. Rome time, when Weston's basically done and wants to eat dinner and settle down, I start working 4 p.m. Rome and work into 3 p.m. Rome and get my 10 hours there, and then go to bed and sleep for 5 or 6 hours, and then wake up and have a full day in Rome while everyone in Arizona is sleeping. So anyways, that was great. So there's just a little bit of update, you guys, other than real estate. And I hope you enjoyed the journey, and appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Keep grinding. Thank you so much.